live, FYI. So bad. I can't tell you how bad
I think it
felt,
came
man.
back.
I think
Trav
we're
said,
back.
did it kick off again? It might have, Trav. I don't know. Man, Joey might be turning his internet off out from the boat.
Okay. 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 I think it's working. Yeah.
Sounds like we're right. We're back. We're good.
Did it kick off again? I don't know, Trav. Did it? You tell me, bro. I think we're good.
No, we're good. We're good.
I think we're good. Listen, we were sitting pretty at Texas Tech. What's up, sitters? This is Stellar Off along with Joey Edge and Chris Martinez. Joey isn't here. We talked about Kui going to Florida. We did some wind shares. Chris, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. I think they paid big money, good money for the roster.
Professional.
Yeah.
What a professional, man.
I'm gonna wait a minute. Let my at least my pop,
Yeah.
my old man get in here. Let me text him and tell him we're good again. Oh, he's on. All right, we're good. So he said, so Texas Tech. They paid a lot of money in the portal. I think that's like a 0.4. I think they beat Kansas State. I think they paid for the roster, similar to how they did in softball. They have a billionaire booster.
pitcher.
Yeah.
$1
He is ready to pay. So, I think
so crazy,
think they overpaid for a lot of positions. Like I really do.
That's what it takes if you want.
For
I hate
them,
to say it,
for
but,
Texas Tech,
for Texas Tech, you have to overpay.
like Georgia and Bama, Ohio State, they don't have to do that.
Yeah, no.
Clemson, Texas Tech. Yeah,
Texas,
you're gonna have to pay a little bit more than market
more.
value.
Yeah.
So I have them losing that game because Texas Tech did indeed overpay. Oklahoma State, I think they should beat them pretty bad. They won last year, 42-20. We'll skip
More
on.
the same.
Utah at Utah. This is the one.
This is the big game.
I think this team, TCU, Utah, or Kansas State is going to represent them. I think the conference. We talked about it before we got cut off. The second place team in Big 12 is not getting in the college football playoff.
They're
I
not
don't think.
in the top 15 probably.
I don't think so. So you need to win the conference to get the automatic bid, and so I think this is what it comes down to. It is at Utah. It is probably going to be a night kick. It's tough to win there. Ask the Gator fans, right?
Yeah.
Played decent for a lot of the time, but it's just tough to win the game.
Yep.
Cam Rising is somehow still playing.
I was going to ask who's playing since there's no way. There's literally just no way that Cam Rising is still playing quarterback.
He's the guy.
Dude, how old is he?
31.
He might be older than me.
Yeah, he really might be.
Dude, I
He's
think he's
been
legit
around
like
a while.
24, 25.
Legitimately.
At least 24. Like at the bare minimum.
Yes.
Hopefully,
I would agree.
the sitters probably know.
Clayton, how do you feel about the Colorado game at the end of the year? So end of the year, season finale is back at home. They play Colorado. Colorado seems to be beatable. I don't know what that team will look like, what Colorado looks like at the end of the year. I kind of said it jokingly, but I don't really mean it jokingly. I'm not entirely sure who the head coach at Colorado is going to be.
Yeah.
I'm not. So I don't know what Colorado looks like at freaking damn near December.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's better than a coin flip. So like 0.6, I believe, is what I had that as. Clayton could talk me off of that. But with those numbers added up, I think I was at 7.59 for my win total.
Vegas sitting at 8.5, so you're probably right in line there.
Yeah,
You're right in line.
I would, if I were to wager that, I would go under.
Yeah.
Just because I think there's like quite a few coin flip games in there that they
There's
could,
not a lot
like,
of. Like, how many games did you have over 75%?
0.
Yeah,
or
that's-
maybe one early on, like North Dakota. I think they do that, but that's it though. That's it.
Be interesting.
Army, I could see them losing to Army if they
Yeah.
they don't play discipline.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Big 12 champion. Who you think is a dark horse for the Big 12 champion?
Yeah.
Might not be able to handle Army. That's crazy.
Some of the keys to them, and then we'll move on, is the overseas opener. That's kind of a big one. The one in Ireland. If they set the tone there, we'll see how that transitions.
Let me ask you something about those
Yeah.
games. So, who's Kansas State playing that game?
Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Yep.
If they go out there and they play, and it's kind of a weird game in the same way that the Florida State Georgia Tech was, do you think teams are going to start being a little bit more hesitant in doing stuff like this? Because it just seems to like it could really like looking at the Florida State season. I don't want to say it torpedoed their season, but it got them off on a wrong foot, like in a bad way.
Yeah. So I think so too. I think it derailed, in Florida State's case, it derailed the season.
Yeah. It was like it's a game that you're expected to win. It's a game that everyone's excited about. It's overseas, and then when you lose a game that you're expected to win like that, and you lose it the way that you did, it's like there's just in football there's so many variables, and so you're adding an extra variable on top of it.
100%.
And it's really not just one variable. It's not just being overseas. It's not just the field. It's the travel. There's so many different things.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
No one's comfortable,
especially in a team like a Florida State team, and their season may have been torpedoed anyways.
In all likelihood, it probably was.
Probably
that did not help.
No, it didn't help. When you take a bunch of guys that don't really love football or whatever, right, and you take them over there, and it doesn't bode well.
It's anyone's guess of what's going to happen.
100%.
Yeah.
The other one was early test on defense. Army and then Arizona. They play Arizona at night. I think that's going to be a big one.
Yep.
And then there's Big 12 momentum, right? So if they win, they beat UCF and they beat Baylor, like they're literally going to be vying for a playoff bid. You think they have the locker room, everything stays intact, and then finish strong with Colorado, which should have championship meaning in that game being it's a conference game, the season finale at home. So Clayton did say, K-State rolls over Colorado. Is he being sarcastic? I can't tell because
I don't
doesn't
think
seem like something he would say.
I've never seen Clayton say a team would beat his team, let alone say that they are going to roll that team.
That's what's giving me all all the red flags there.
Does Bella have his phone?
Maybe Bella has the phone.
Maybe she's like playing a joke on him. I don't know.
Be.
Mr. Marty, it's good seeing you. Shane, it's good seeing you. Man, I miss you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clayton. Ah, man. Listen, you mentioned finishing strong at Colorado, but if you want to start strong,
yes, sir.
Take yourself, drive over to Bryan Sports, walk inside, have a great time, talk to great people, get every single thing that you possibly need for you, for your kids, to support your team, to support Bryan, Columbia High School, Fort White. I mean, they have literally everything you need. If you're looking for stuff for T-ball season, if you're looking stuff for summer soccer season, listen, Bryan has everything you need. Every time I've ever had a kid play sports, whether it was soccer, whether it was T-ball, whether it was Ellis softball game, T-ball, all that jazz, everything I got, Bryan's. Walked in, I said, hey, Bryan, my kid's playing T-ball. What do I need?
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Knew exactly what we needed. Got it for us. Didn't try to upsell us to the most expensive stuff. He was like, man, these kids don't need $85 bats. You know, get the cheaper bat, man. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
Nobody else is going to do that.
That's Bryan.
Nobody else is going to do that for you.
No.
Bryan's the best. We love Bryan. If you want to call Bryan, make sure that he's open. Make sure he's going to have everything that you need, which he will. Give him a call at 386-755-0570. That's 386-755-0570. All right, Chris, we're going to stay in college football, sort of, because Darren McFadden, he had an okay NFL career.
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah. He was serviceable.
Yeah.
He got put in a bad position. So we're going to do a little bit of where is he now and talk about Darren McFadden.
Also, Cam Rising is 25 years old.
25. When's his birthday?
I just clicked out of that tab, so
I'll find it.
Give me a minute.
You talk to me about Darren McFadden. I'll find out how old.
Oh, D-Mac, man. So we're doing the whole thing. Where are they now? We're going to probably try to do this a little bit. Maybe as a little bit of filler in the summer.
No, sir. He's 26.
26.
He's 26.
In
He
May.
was born in 1999, the year of our Lord. My goodness.
26 years old. He's fixing to play another year of college football.
Dude.
But that's really wild, though.
That's crazy, man.
That's really crazy.
What's really crazy is he's going to get hurt again in Game 3 and come back again next year.
No doubt. He probably another shirt.
Find the lie.
They'll find another color. Darren McFadden, throw his picture up there because that guy was jacked, man. He was a.
Do I have his picture? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh, did I miss it? I missed it.
Maybe.
Keep talking and I'll get it.
All right. Darren McFadden. So he's an Arkansas guy. Excuse me. I think he finished second in the Heisman voting. He was drafted 4th overall. So he was a highly decorated college football player.
So good.
Like, really, really good. Yeah, so he was. I'm sorry.
He was on that Arkansas team that made it to the SEC championship against Florida that year.
Yes. So
what year was that? 06?
2007?
That sounds right.
7, because he was the 4th pick in the overall the draft in 2008.
That seems good, man.
1,200 rushing yards in 2010. He retired in 2017. Like, so he spent a little bit of time in the league.
Yeah.
Enough to make a little bit of money.
Was he with the Raiders?
I think he was drafted by the Cowboys. No, played for the Raiders and the Cowboys.
Okay.
Drafted by the
remember
Raiders,
the Raiders.
played for the Cowboys.
I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes
So
sense.
he was a problem, man. He was a problem. So the question is this. The question, what was the chat saying before I get too far away?
Oh, man. They're talking a little bit about college football. Joey said a beautiful ad read. Trav said he was born when Bobby Bonilla was still playing baseball. Funny, we're going to mention that just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a big day for Bobby.
Joey
Bonilla.
says, Run DMC, one of the best to ever do it. Best to ever to watch do it. So,
I agree.
yeah.
So one of the questions here was this, and I'm going to pose it to you, Tyler, in the chat, and we'll like kind of tackle it together. Was he ahead of his time, or was he just unlucky, like where he was born? Like, because how people use backs now may play more to his game.
I think so too, especially
than
first and second down.
back then.
Yeah, especially I think first and second down, he's that type of back.
Yeah, I
Quick,
agree.
Probably would be good with his hands. Yeah, I think he's a little before.
I agree. I think it's a little bit of both. I think so he has the speed, He had like long speed,
He had
like
good
real
speed,
speed,
man.
and then receiving skills and explosiveness that would thrive in like today's league.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think his issue was he just couldn't stay healthy.
Couldn't stay healthy, man.
Yeah, that was it.
I mean that's why running backs. That's why you can't give running backs long contracts. I mean that's the story of that
And
position,
and
honestly.
our guy Joey is right there with it. Unlucky, like to be all about it. Like absolutely right. Like he was unlucky, couldn't stay healthy, but I think he would have thrived in like today's NFL.
100%.
How OCs use guys now, like he is that guy.
And it would have benefited him with only playing probably first and second down.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
Stay healthy, a little bit healthier, maybe a little bit longer.
absolutely. And then the way they use quarterbacks now with like the run game,
Yep.
and he can throw the football. By the way, like he can throw it a long ways. Darren McFadden, like he was a freak.
Can he really?
Yeah, he was a freak athlete.
I didn't know he could throw it.
Oh yeah, he can throw it like 60, 70 yards.
God, that'd be fun.
No, he's a freak, man. I think he was. Joey said unlucky. I think he's a bit ahead of his time, and maybe that means like unlucky because he's ahead of his time. Let's see. The other question was. I have it right here. Give me a second. I don't want the location. I just want to read the question. There it is. Where does he rank among college running backs all time? So, Joey, while we're all letting that question hit the chat, where does he
Imagine
rank
Miami.
all time among running backs all time?
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'll read the chat.
Yeah.
Clay Steinrich said, F. Darren McFadden, love that he was added to the long list of Raider busts. There's Clayton. He's back. That's the Clayton we know and love. Joey Edge said, imagine him in Miami. Facts. Big facts. Trav says Herschel 1, Bo 2.
Oh, he's going to miss the
going.
whole freaking top 10.
So
I love that.
He's going deep into this.
So we said college running backs now, not NFL running backs.
No, just
college
college.
running backs.
Yeah,
I mean,
he-
Reggie
he
Bush
says
has
a
to
lot.
have a seat at the table.
Reggie Bush has a seat at the table.
God, we're gonna. There's gonna be a lot of people missed out here. Tim Tebow is the greatest college football running back ever. Clayton's a
You
jerk.
putting
Love
Derrick
it.
Henry in there? He's more NFL. I mean, he had a good college career. He won the Heisman, I think, didn't he?
I think Derrick Henry has a seat at the table. He has Derrick Henry 3, Bush 4. So far, I'm okay with 1 through 4, maybe not necessarily in that order, but yeah, in those 4.
I think I put Bush a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think
Reggie
Bush
Bush was special.
goes before.
Bush goes before Henry.
Definitely.
Henry was a freak.
Now let me ask you this: does Dalvin Cook have a seat at that table? Top 10 all time is that's a big
That's a
freaking
big list.
statement. I
If
don't
he
know.
did the last 20 years, I'd say absolutely.
Absolutely, last 20. I think we start talking about all time
Because I think he's
it
on that
gets
like
crazy.
I think he's probably if you do like the last 20, he's probably like in the top. He's probably like in the 7 to 10 range, maybe somewhere around there.
probably.
Maybe somewhere around there, maybe a little bit higher. But
Yeah.
you start adding guys like Bo and Herschel.
I mean, I think Darren McFadden. To answer the question, we can move on. He's in the top 10.
I think he's in the top 10.
Yeah.
And I think he's probably in that 6 to 10 range, somewhere
Yeah,
around there.
yeah. He's in that third tier.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Adrian
Which
Peterson.
is still special.
Adrian
AP,
Peterson
yeah,
absolutely has a seat at the table. I mean, back then the SEC defenses
been
had
talking
no answer for him.
No.
Darren
none.
McFadden.
Zero.
None.
No. He was good, man.
He was a freak, man. He was a
He was
freak
good.
at Arkansas. Like, Joey says top 12. Who's 11 and 12 then? Or who's 10 and 11, Joey?
'Cause if he's top 12, he's putting him in 11 or 12.
Yeah. So I need to know who is better than him. And you might be able to name some. But
Reverend Newton. It's good to see you in the chat, brother.
That's it, man. How about Newton? Love Newton.
Hey, you need to text me and check in and see how you're doing to school, man. I want to hear with it. I want to talk with you.
But that was the only other question I had. It was a little like fun segment,
Man,
a little short, like where are they now type deal.
Because I haven't thought about Darren McFadden in probably 10 years.
Yeah.
Close to it.
All right, so we won't talk about Shannon's system. I don't like that question. I didn't like it. We'll keep it moving. It was a question: does he fit in a certain Randy Shannon system? Not Randy Shannon. Hang on. No, that's not. That can't be right. Can't be right.
Sure he's there. He may be 7 to 8. I'm just being
Shanahan.
safe.
I'm sorry. Shanahan. Outside runs, wide zone, quick checkdowns. I think it would work for like a McFadden type, but
100%. I think so too.
He's in the top 10, I think, all-time college running back.
Saquon in there?
In college?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of guys.
I love the name.
Because Saquon had like a pretty long career in college.
I think Saquon's college career is not as impressive as his NFL so far.
Man, he was like the only thing that Penn State could cling to for like 3 straight years.
That's true.
And they were highly ranked at one point. I'm just trying. That was
he was the guy. He was the guy.
That was like what 6-7 years ago. So I don't have it off the top of my head. Oh, Martinez with the chain tonight, icy.
Father's Day gift, man. Father's Day gift. Shout out to Kelsey.
I love that.
Thanks for noticing, Newt. I don't have any. I don't got any bracelets on though.
Chad said Saquon played at Penn State. They saw no defense. I find no lies. All right.
I'm not lying. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
You ready to move on from Darren McFadden?
I am.
You want to go to let's do NFL so we can stay in the football realm. We'll talk about the overtime changes, then we'll switch sports.
I like that. Joey just said LT is top 6 too.
There's so many good running backs.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't put Dalvin in there. I just can't do it. I can find a way to get him in.
The last 20 years you can. It's close.
All time though.
All time.
It's
all time,
tough.
I don't think you can, dude. There's been some really good running backs.
Barkley was a Heisman finalist. D-Mac was second. He's in. He's
who
in.
Who did he lose to? 07?
I don't know. I'll find it right now.
That wasn't.
I think it was a quarterback.
What year did Tebow win it? Was that 8 or 7?
Might be 7.
I think it might be Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow, Darren McFadden.
I bet you if Arkansas would have won the SEC championship, I bet McFadden wins the Heisman.
Yep.
He
had 1,800 yards rushing and 16 touchdowns. 325 carries.
That's insane. Anthony asked if we have Zeke in there.
Zeke Elliott?
Yeah.
I don't think he played long enough.
Yeah, he had 2 good years or 1 good year.
I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna pull it up. Zeke Elliott.
Man, this is really stretching my brain capacity.
It is.
All these running backs. I'm thinking like, oh my goodness, my brain is so attuned to the NFL.
Yeah, I know yours is. Careers. Yours definitely is.
Mine definitely is. Yeah.
All right, so he played. Oof.
Come on, Joey. It was 07.
Zeke had a heck of a career.
Yes, he was good.
Yeah, so it was more than 1 year. It was 2 years. He had 1,800 yards each, 43 touchdowns in 2 years.
Okay.
Zeke Elliott has a seat at the table. A lot of seats at the table. We're going to move on because we could probably stay here for a long time.
You and Joey may need to revisit this.
Yeah, I think we probably should.
That might be a good little
I think we should probably do top 10 running backs all time in college football.
And actually,
have stats behind it, and really have a list. We'll do that.
That'd be a good segment.
Joey, what do you say?
And say we would love to hear that.
There we go. We're going to do it. Probably next week.
There we go. All right, let's talk about the NFL overtime changes. So now both teams, I mean, we've all watched NFL games in the playoffs, get into overtime.
Yep.
First team gets it, goes down and scores a touchdown, and you feel cheated as a fan. Imagine the other team
that
feels cheated. You don't have a chance to respond. Never made sense to me. I don't know a single person that's like, oh, I love the NFL overtime rules. I've never met one.
No, me
Not
either.
a single person. So I'm excited to see this change. What about you?
So they actually implemented it last year.
Yeah.
And so the new overtime rule is fair, right? It's an improvement. Both teams still getting the ball is good. I think that's massive. Like they have to get the ball. The strategy does still favor whoever wins the toss.
It does.
Because you can figure out
I'm
how you
okay
want
with
to
that.
play it.
I'm
I
okay
agree,
with that.
but that's part of it, right? You win the toss, and then you can decide whether I want the ball, which you do.
Yeah.
But you could defer, and you could go 3 and out, or you could force a punt or a long field goal, and then now you missed the field goal. All I need is a field goal.
Yep.
So it is intriguing to figure out how you would handle the toss because they're going to get the ball.
And clearly teams still haven't figured out the best strategy for that because they haven't really been able to play that many games in it. Who was it? Was it the 49ers that like royally jacked that up?
Yeah, they messed it up.
Against the Chiefs, right?
And why haven't they got to play that many games with the new rules?
Because it's not in the regular season.
Which is the dumbest thing.
Doesn't make any sense to
So
me.
we're going to play the playoffs, and we're going to add new rules into the
Completely
playoffs.
different.
That's the dumb. But the regular season overtime rules are different than the postseason overtime rules.
I don't understand why they don't implement this in the regular season.
That doesn't make
I
any
get
sense.
that you don't want it to be like college where it can go on forever and ever. Even college has gotten better with their overtime rules,
Right,
With
right.
the 2-point conversions, but you've got to let both offenses like this is a sport that is driven largely by offense.
It is.
Teams want to see
100%.
offense.
And so do fans.
You know what it would take? It would take the Chiefs not getting the ball in the regular season and the team going down and scoring a touchdown and not seeing Patrick Mahomes in overtime in the regular season.
Yeah.
It's going to take something stupid like that happening 2, 3, 4 times where one of the NFL's star players doesn't get a chance to come back and win.
I agree.
That's what makes sports great is watching overtime, watching close games. And so, like, you're not giving your stars the opportunity to perform in the most opportune lights. Like,
Yeah, Travis Smith said it. Regular season and playoff rules should always be the same.
always.
I agree. I can't think of a situation where why would you want the rules to be different?
Clayton over here being contrarian. He says, why do we have to let both teams touch the balls? Defense got to step up.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but like we all
Sure.
know the NFL
But the
is
other team's defense should also have to step up.
Yeah. The
not
NFL is
just one-sided.
the NFL is offensive oriented like so we know
Every
they
sport
want
is offense oriented.
absolutely.
We
That's
want to
what-
see teams score.
Yeah, that's where the eyes go, right? I would say there's a few people, a minority of people that really enjoy defense. Like I love a no-no. When the kid from I was at the beach, the kid from Cincinnati, Martinez,
Yeah.
I believe, had the no hitter going into the ninth,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like a
and then
week
he
ago or
lost it. Like I was rooting for him. I wasn't
Yeah.
rooting for a freaking hit right there.
No, that's
I don't wanna see
the
no
rare
offense.
instance. That's the rare instance.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
Baseball's unique in that.
Baseball is unique in that, but you're right. But you're right about that.
But I don't know, man. I just don't see any world in which I'll use like a video game term. It feels so OP, so overpowered to just you win the coin toss. And you know what? The first thing that comes into mind is, well, shoot. Offense, we're probably not even going to get the ball, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens more often than not when you're watching overtime in the regular season, it seems like.
I think the part that I like about it is that it adds a layer of like strategy to it. It's like, do you take the ball or do you not take the ball? You know you're going to get the ball back now.
You're talking in overtime?
The
in
new
playoffs?
overtime rules now in the
Yes,
playoffs.
I agree.
You know you're getting the ball back.
Right.
You almost have to defer, right?
I mean,
Because scoring a touchdown first doesn't – the game's not over. They get the ball. Now they can score a touchdown and they could potentially go for 2.
I don't understand a world in which you wouldn't defer.
Yeah.
Because let's say they score a touchdown. I know every single series I have 4 downs to get a first down.
Yep.
That completely changes the way the offense is going to be called.
100%.
But if you're going first, you've got to play this thing a little safer.
Yeah, and we
You know
made
what I mean?
punt
Play
you
calls.
deep.
Play calls. If the team goes out and scores a touchdown, I'm thinking, okay, I don't really care what happens. I have to score.
Yeah.
You can call your risky plays. You can call your trick plays. Everything in the playbook gets opened up because you've got 4 plays. Everything is on the line here.
I think you nailed it when you said you have 4 downs.
Yeah.
Like
Every single time.
I know for sure if I have the ball at the 20 and I'm going out, I have 80 yards to gain. You've kicked the field goal.
Yep.
Oh hell, you scored a touchdown even.
Yep.
I have 4 downs.
Yep.
I don't have to get it. If it's 3rd and 7, or 3rd and 9, I don't have to like. It isn't a guaranteed pass down.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's not. It might not, depending on the yardage.
And so I know I have to get half of it here.
Yeah.
4th and manageable. And now we have to do what we have to do.
Yeah.
But like.
But that
That's
third
a
down
really
is
good
completely
point.
changed.
Yeah, that 3rd down is totally different, and that's the whole way down the field.
Yep. And then once you get down there, let's say you score a touchdown, you're down by 1. What do you do now?
Yeah.
Do I kick the field goal? Do I go for 2? And now with the field goal has been a little bit longer, I don't know, man. I think it makes for a lot more chaos.
I like it. I agree with you. Clayton is
he's being such a homer right
yeah,
now. I made that one comment about it. Maybe it's not Clayton there, and he's
Yeah.
like, I'm going full homer.
I'm making sure they know who I am. I am who I am.
I am Denver Bronco football.
I
don't know.
like the rule personally.
I like the rule, and
I wish
like
they
the
would make it
Lions
all
with
the
Dan
time.
Campbell.
Yeah.
You have no idea what he's going to do.
Oh my God.
When he goes down there and scores a touchdown, you have no idea if he's kicking the field goal to tie it or go for 2.
Yeah.
Actually, better chance he's going for 2.
Probably going for 2.
Probably going for 2.
And
That's
already has
exciting.
his soundbite ready.
That's exciting as a fan.
I agree.
I'm glued to my seat, no matter what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm
I agree.
glued to my seat. I'm on the edge of my seat like this watching.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Every single time.
100%. I totally agree. I think it's a good move. I wish they would implement the same rule for the regular season.
I agree. It'd be better for the fan experience, I think.
I agree.
And if you want the absolute best experience getting a haircut, let me tell you.
Wow.
You got to go to Josh's barbershop.
Yep.
I know you get your haircut there.
Yes, sir.
I know
Tomorrow,
Joey
4
does.
o'clock.
I have 2 friends that I get lunch with on a semi-regular basis. One I get lunch with every single month.
Right.
And I know that he is going to see Josh every single month to get his haircut.
Yep.
And there's sometimes where he comes and he's just come from Josh's shop and he looks clean.
You're a little envious.
Dude, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys see my haircut. Like, I'm not.
I think you look great, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But listen, when you have more hair than I do,
Yeah.
you go to Josh's and you get hooked up, you get cleaned up.
Yeah. Bingo.
Good things happen.
I'm going to see Josh tomorrow at 4. Like,
Talk to
I'm
me
on the
about the
schedule.
experience.
No, it's incredible. It's awesome.
You're going to go tomorrow. What's going to happen tomorrow when you get there?
So tomorrow I'll walk in. I actually have a gift for Josh. He did something for me while we were on a vacation. Did some very nice.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you told me about that.
yeah. So I have a gift for him. So I'll walk in and hand him a gift and tell him, please don't open it till I leave. I don't like that.
I know, because then you feel like they have to
Like
have
the
some
reaction
sort of
and stuff. I
reaction.
hate that. Like no, man. Take this and don't open it till I leave. I'll be offended if you open it in front of me. I'll say that, and then he won't open it in front of me. But then sit down in the chair. He'll be on time. I will not have to wait. Sit down. He'll cut my hair. We'll probably watch some type of sporting event at 4. It's a little early for like the bourbon and if you wanted that or whatever. It's
That's your thing?
I won't partake. I'll probably just go home and hang out with my family afterwards. However, the haircut will be perfect. I'll have a clean line. Edges will be like crisp.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get complimented from my wife when I get home. That's important.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will, big
Yeah,
dog.
you got it. So, no, man, you got to go see the guy. And I'll have a great conversation with him. We'll catch up on my vacation, his vacation, the whole thing he did for me. I'll take a picture of what he built for me. He built something for me at my house while I was at the beach. And I told him, I said, hey, man, this is how good of a dude he is. He almost didn't let me pay for my haircut last time. And I'm like, hey, man, like, why not? Like,
This
thank
is your
you.
profession.
Yeah.
This is your profession. This is your livelihood.
He goes, no, a friend to a friend. I'm like, I'll tell you what. Here's what I need. Let's both work on building this. Can you build this with me? Help me out. He's like, yeah, we'll do that instead. I said, okay, cool. I'm paying for the haircut today. Like, let's build this.
Yeah.
I was on vacation. He's like, hey, do you mind if I ride over there? I'm just going to look at it. Josh rode over there with his family and built what we were supposed to build together. Yeah, incredible guy, man. Just a really good, genuine person. I love Josh, but he's really good at anything you need, but primarily getting your haircut, edge, line, all that, man.
You go for the haircut.
He's
you
good.
Keep coming back for the experience.
100%. 100%.
Man, that's what everyone tells me. Every single person I know that gets their haircut by Josh.
That's accurate, though.
And the number of people that I know that get their haircut by Josh is growing.
It's a lot.
It's
a lot. What number, Tyler, would you text if you want to get on the schedule?
Give him a text at 386-247-1430. That is 386-247-1430. Give him a text. Let him know that you want to get on the schedule, and Josh will he'll hook you up. You got to do it quickly. You know, he does have a list. You know why he has a list? Because he's good.
Yeah, and people don't get a haircut and just decide not to go back.
Right.
So there is a bit of a wait. If you're the first time, like there's a bit of a wait.
100%.
Book it. Go to your other barber in between, and then re-up with him every single time, however frequently you get your haircut.
It's not that hard.
It will be worth it. I promise it'll be worth it.
It will.
Travis said, no, it's not, Chris. Never too early. Trav, sir, we're alive.
All right. Let's talk. We talked about the NFL rule changes.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the MLB rule changes.
Yeah, I do.
Second season?
Second season of it.
Second season.
This is more your wheelhouse.
This is my wheelhouse. I'm an MLB guy.
Yeah.
Man. So I have a few buddies that I talk to about MLB.
Okay.
Joey Edge, JT Clark.
Yeah.
And JT's a little bit more against rule changes, especially as more are coming out.
He is.
The pitch.
Not. What is that?
So they tried this out in spring training this year, where you get 3 challenges per game. The pitcher gets the pitching side, the defense gets 3, the offense gets 3. So if as a pitcher you throw a ball that you feel is a strike, umpire doesn't call it, tap your head, it'll go straight up to the review system. Umpire gets it in his ear, ball or strike, and the call can get overturned.
Oh wow.
Amazing, incredible, much needed in the game of baseball.
Okay.
That's not quite here. What is here is a couple different changes to pitch clock. What's this? I hate all MLB rule changes since 2000.
He's very much like JT.
Does he not watch baseball?
He's
Do you actually?
traditionalist.
I'm just asking. I'm not like dogging you. I'm asking. Do you actually watch like
He
20,
hasn't.
20 games a year?
My
24
guess is
games start to
he
finish.
has not since the '90s with the Braves.
Everybody that I talk to that watches baseball
Right.
on a consistent basis, I probably watch 40, 50 games a year.
Yeah, that's way more than me.
The rule changes are amazing.
Right.
It's the greatest thing that's happened to the sport since the steroid era. Because what's happened is baseball has gone from being a slugfest to it actually creates an opportunity for athletes to be valuable in the sport again and not just bulk up and try to hit homers.
Right. Okay.
It's valuable to get on first base again because now bases are just a smidge bigger. You can't just keep picking off over and over and over again.
Yeah.
The pitch clock gets you the opportunity to time up a pitcher a little bit better, so it gives a bigger advantage to the runner.
Yeah.
So if you're a speed guy, I know the Red Sox have a guy that's batting 170 right now who's not great on defense, but he is lightning fast.
Yeah.
And he has a spot on an MLB roster for one reason and one reason only, and it's to go from first base to second base.
Yeah.
And a close game from innings 7, 8, and 9, if you get a guy on first base, that guy's getting pulled. David Hamilton's getting put in because he can steal second base, and all of a sudden we got runners in scoring position.
Yeah. Pressure.
And if you don't have the bigger bases, if you don't have the pickoff rules, the pitch clock, all those different things, athletes aren't going to be making the team for an MLB squad because they can't hit 30 homers a game.
Right.
The way to score has changed because
I
of the
like
rule
that.
changes.
I do like that.
It's huge. And the same thing is true for not allowing the shift. I know a lot of people don't want the shift to not be banned because, well, if they just load up the right side of the field, well, you're a Major League Baseball player, hit it to the left. But, like, it's just not the reality of the sport, man. These guys are too good. Pitchers are too good at locating cutters in for you to try to hit the ball to opposite field.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
The bat's broken and the pitcher's
The
fielding.
bat's broken. Your thumb is broken.
Yeah.
And the pitcher's fielding it and giving a little toss to first base. All right, check the comments here. Other than the challenges, if we can get a call right, let's get it right. I agree with that, Trav.
Yep.
100%. I don't anymore. Freddie Gonzalez ruined my baseball watching experience. You should go back and try watching baseball again. It's so much better. Games are quicker. It's so much more enjoyable. Make pitchers hit again and bring back the bunt. So kind of like what I was talking to you about, bunting is kind of back too.
Yeah.
Bunting's kind of back because the guys are quick again.
Yeah.
Like you remember, like Chav will appreciate this. You remember watching Rafael Furcal?
Oh my God, I loved him.
You had no idea if that dude was going to bunt every other at bat because he was so quick.
Yeah, he was.
Bunting is back. It makes
He was one of my favorite shortstops ever.
yeah. Oh yeah, he was so fun.
Yeah, he was fun. He was fun
so
to watch. He was
His
fun to watch.
batting stance was amazing.
He
Look at
wasn't
that short-
great, but he was just.
He was fun to watch.
He was fun to watch.
He was a good everyday shortstop, man.
Let me ask you this question then.
Yeah.
So has the pitch clock in baseball, like how do you feel about that? Like has that worked? Has that saved baseball? Has that helped viewership? Like, because that was the whole idea of it.
It has made games go from being 3 hours to 2.5 at the most. Most games 2:15, 2:30 is where you're seeing games land, and I think that's a good sweet spot, man.
100%.
Game starts at 7, it's over by 9. I love it.
Bingo. I totally agree. I said so when I like looked at it, did the research, the consensus was like games are quicker.
Yep.
They're more enjoyable to watch. They're smoother.
So much smoother.
It's so much smoother.
It's not near as choppy.
Yeah.
Guys aren't going out of the batter's box, readjusting their gloves 3, 4, 5 times, taking deep breaths. They're in the box.
It's
They're
one of
ready to hit.
baseball's like best moves ever.
I think
it just
amazing.
wasted or it eliminated waste, I should say.
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so much better. And for the first, 20, 30 games, it was a little rough.
Yeah.
But season 2 of this, I cannot remember the last time I saw a pitch clock violation. I cannot remember.
Yeah, same, because they're getting on the bump and they're throwing the ball.
There was, at the very beginning, there was some like weird stuff where guys were trying to cheat the system by waiting till like 1 second before and then step in the box. That stuff doesn't happen, man.
Yeah.
It happened in spring training when it first rolled out. It happened the first 10 games.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and then teams adjust. They make so no one hates Rob Manfred anymore. I don't.
JT Clark would have a opinion with you.
JT Clark would hate him. Well, interesting enough, baseball, they changed their overtime rules too, so now you get a ghost runner at second.
Yeah, so that was my next question was this. It's perfect. I'm glad you said that. So, runner on second in extras, yay or nay?
Man, I'm so torn.
The first word on this is mixed.
I'm so torn on this because everybody that watches baseball knows that there is 2 games a year that are going to run 17, 18 innings.
Yeah.
And as a fan, they're so fun to watch. They're miserable. You hate them.
Yeah.
But they're so fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I miss that experience. I miss watching that happen.
Yep.
But
I don't like it either. Travis says hate it. I don't like it.
So here's my argument for it. And it's not the perfect argument.
Okay.
I concede that. Major League Baseball plays 162 games a year. Those dudes don't need to be playing extra innings as much as possible. They play way too much baseball as is.
Okay.
So for them to get out there and you've got guys that are put in positions that they're not, injuries go up. It ruins the next day of baseball because now the bullpen's depleted. It's just the game the next day. That's what people don't think about, You have an 18-inning game.
Yeah.
The whole bullpen's depleted. The whole strategy for the next game is ruined. So as like a fan, you go into the next game and all the players are just dead.
My
They're just
question
gassed.
to you is this. Baseball also has the deepest farm league that you could ever imagine.
They do.
Than any other sport.
Yeah.
And so I'm truly asking because I do not know. How fast can you get arms from the
You can get
farm
them day to day,
leagues
man.
in
You
a
can get
day?
them day to
So, like
day.
if we know we're in a 17 game, not that you would go get a farm league guy.
Yeah,
but
no,
like,
you wouldn't, but there are implications to that.
Yeah.
You only have so many options for a guy to come back in between.
Right.
So it does change things, and you can't predict where a guy's going to be pitching in AAA because you may not think that you're going to need him.
Right.
And so it's hard, and you don't want to do that to a AAA guy too.
Yeah, because you're gonna
You know
bring
what
him
I
up and hey, I need you for a day and go.
I need you for a day, and you're
down.
going back home. Like that's just kind of like it's
Yeah,
cool.
that's crappy too.
I'm sure they're happy.
Unless that
getting a
guy
bigger
gets up
paycheck.
there and shoves, and it's like, oh wait a minute,
Yeah,
who is this?
I see both sides of it because, like I said, I really do love the 18-inning, 5-6
Yeah,
hour marathon.
yeah.
game.
You catch it at 4
Because
a.m.
it's like once in the blue moon.
3
You know what I
a.m.,
mean?
Yeah.
But the games that go like 12 innings, I don't know. And it makes it exciting, man.
It
I know
does.
the 10th
It does.
inning is going to be exciting.
It does.
It's stressful from the very first pitch of the 10th inning. It's stressful.
It feels very softballish to me.
It is. Yeah, I agree
It feels
with that.
very men's softballish, and I don't have a whole lot
I don't
of.
disagree with you.
Yeah.
I'm still mixed on it. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it this season because the Red Sox are like the worst extra inning team in the entire sport in the history of baseball. But
Yeah,
it's tough, man. It's
I
tough.
agree. I'm mixed on it. I think if you maybe put my like heels in and dig in, I would say I don't like it.
Chav said, I would say shorten the season, don't need interleague play where you play every team. I don't know. Especially if you want to bring back like hitters pitching, I think that makes it even more exciting. I think I definitely want to see interleague play then. And it's fun to see those random games where the Red Sox are playing the Mets or the Braves.
I like it.
I like the interleague play. I think it's fun and it kind of gets teams and you're thinking ahead towards the playoffs, but
Yeah.
chances are you're going to see that team. You get a little bit of a scouting report. It makes the World Series, the Divisional Series, Championship Series. It makes those games better because they've seen them a little bit and are
Yeah.
used to them a little. I like when NL and AL had separate umpires too. Huh, that's kind of interesting. I haven't put much thought to that.
I
Honestly.
neither. That's interesting though.
Umpires in Major League Baseball are so frustrating, man.
Yeah, they'll call the game. Yeah,
It's so frustrating. Like
they have big egos, man.
the amount of sway an umpire can have in a game is absurd.
It's more than it
on
should
one
be.
pitch.
Yep.
On one pitch, man. The whole, I mean, you know this. You played baseball.
Yeah.
The difference between a 3-0 count and a 2-1 count, I mean,
Yeah.
is big.
Yeah, what about
a
one?
big difference.
So I'll go even one further. Like from a 1-2 count to a 2-1 count.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Oh my god!
That change is
So it's
massive.
1-1 before the pitch, and then now all of a sudden it's now 1-2 or 2-1.
Yeah,
My
That's
approach,
huge.
my approach 2-1 is infinitely different than it is
way different.
freaking 1-2.
On both sides too.
Absolutely.
Both sides. Like I hate it for both sides, man. Like
Yeah, they just gotta get it right. Like Travis said, get it right. When you get the call right, let's get it right.
Let's get it right.
Let's get it right.
It's like technology exists, man. We don't need to be doing this stuff. Like,
I agree.
I don't want to take it away. I think what they're doing with the 3 challenge system is fine. I think that's good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I think it adds some complexity because, like, when do you use those 3?
On pivotal pitches.
So I'll tell you what, I want to have at least one every 9th inning if it's a close game.
If it's a close game.
If it's a close game.
But if we're down by 3 in the 7th, we may use them a little bit early.
Yeah.
I like it.
Staying alongside baseball, you know what yesterday was?
What was yesterday, man? We'll be brief and get out
Bobby
of here.
Bonilla Day.
Bobby Bonilla.
One of my favorite days of the year, man.
You know, on July 1st, he gets paid like what is it? I can't read that.
1.1 or 1.2?
1.2 million.
I think it's 1.2.
It's 1.2.
I think it's 1.2.
Actually, there's a separate one I put in there. I think he actually gets paid 1.1 because Shador gets paid 1.2.
I thought it was the reverse. I could be wrong. You're probably right.
Anyways, he makes over $1 million every July 1st. Do you know how long he gets paid that?
I don't.
Until he's 72. 72.
So he's probably got, what, another 20 years?
Yeah, he better be good health.
Dude, what a contract.
The Mets are probably like, I ain't going to say what the Mets are thinking, but the Mets are thinking like, we can get out of this contract a little bit early. Until he's 72?
I wonder if they've had that conversation with him where they're like, look, can we just give you 15 up front and just let's call it today?
If I'm him, I'm like, hey, yeah, I need that right now. Let's do it.
Yeah. So Shador makes 1.2, Bobby Bonilla 1.1.
That's wild.
That's bananas.
But he hasn't played in like 24 years or something like that?
Retired 24 years ago.
He retired 24 years ago, and he makes, what, 100,000?
Yeah.
Less than Shador.
Yeah, 100,000.
Right now. Wild.
What's wild is in a few years, Shohei Ohtani is going to make that look like child's play. Have you seen his deferrals?
No, but I
It's
love
not,
this.
It's not quite as long, but Shohei's deferrals are like next level insane. I'm trying to pull it up right now if Spot Track will load. You ever use Spot Track?
Mm-mm.
You haven't heard of this?
Mm-mm.
Bro, it's like every single player's like
Jesus.
exact details of like their payroll. For baseball, it's great because it shows the luxury tax and everything.
Right.
But yeah, so his deferred money goes till 2043. Do you see these amounts? Can you read that from here?
Oh my God.
So 2034 is age 39. He won't be playing baseball. He'll be an unrestricted free agent. He's going to make $68 million. And he's going to make $68 million for the next 10 years after that.
So at 49 years old, he'll make $68 million.
Yeah. How insane is that, man?
Oh my God.
It's not like the 30, 40 years that Bobby's getting.
Right.
He's getting 68 a year.
Not 1 million.
Not one.
68
of those. Oh my gosh.
When he's 49. He'll be 49.
Making 68. Bring it to me. Isn't that insane?
That's
Kind of
wild.
feels like it's cheating baseball, honestly.
It is. They are absolutely like structuring contracts to where
Yes. Because
They're
baseball's unique. You know, you get over
they're
like
gonna pay that money on the back
220,
end. They don't
230.
care.
They don't care.
No, it's the Dodgers.
That's right. They do not care. They've got the whole
Yeah.
country of Japan rooting for the Dodgers now.
Yeah. Wild.
It's crazy. Well, Chris, it was good being back, man.
Nice
I had a
job
lot of fun.
tonight, man.
Thank you for inviting me onto the show.
Absolutely.
Sitters, thank you for welcoming me back. Ooh, we made it through. We struggled through it. Joey, we missed you, buddy, but that's going to be all for tonight, Sitters. This has been Tyler Roth along with Chris Martinez, and we are Front Porch Sitting. See you next time, Sitters.